Hey guys, I'm Kashup, and in today's video, we're going to learn about zero indexing in Python. If you don't know what zero indexing is, well, it's probably here for, but zero indexing just essentially means that instead of starting from 1, like when we count with our fingers, we normally start with 1, but in programming languages, most of them, you start off with 0. Uh, Here's how it works in action. So let's say I have an array over here, right? And let's say it has the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Usually when we count this and we try to find their position, we just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'd say, oh, this is the first element, this is the second element, this is the third element, or like this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, right? But with Python, it's other way, right? You start off at 0. This will be the 0th element, first element, second element, third element, and fourth element. Now, the more you write code and the more you use zero indexing, the more you get used to it. Sometimes I even forget that zero indexing is a thing, and I just even use it in normal life, which I don't think is a good thing, but this is just there. So zero indexing just means that instead of starting from 1, like we normally do, we start from 0. So that could also apply to range, like the range method, like this one, the range of. And if you don't know what range is, it's just like loops through something like an n amount of time and you define the n somewhere else. So in range methods, they start off at 0 as well. So let's say my n was 2, right? N is equal to. And n is equal to just means that we're doing some operation for 2 times. But let's say I wanted to print out this n, right? I wanted to I set this I, is equal to range of n, and I'm doing it n amount of times. So I'm doing this thing twice, right? I'm doing this thing twice, and every single time I want to print I. And this n value is just going up by 1, or this value in general, this range of n value is going up by 1 every single time. So instead of starting off at 1, it would start off at 0, right? It start off at 0. That means that this is the first operation. The first operation is 0. And the second time when we print it, it's going to be 1. Right? But if we did it the normal, logical way, it would be 1 and then 2. Whereas in Python or basically every other language, it'd be 0 and then 1. Which is kind of annoying, but you will get used to it. And zero indexing is used in a lot of other places. Like anywhere that you have to get the position of something. Let's say there's a stack, right? So a stack, just think of it like a stack of pancakes. I'll show it in another DSA video. But a stack, it also starts out with zero indexing. There's basically nowhere in Python that you wouldn't use zero indexing. Any data structure practically uses zero indexing. So stacks use zero indexing, our lists over here use zero indexing, dictionaries use zero indexing. All of them use zero indexing. And sometimes it can be pretty helpful, in fact. But yeah, essentially that's what zero indexing is. It's just instead of starting off at 1, we start off at 0. That's like a really simple definition of what it is. In another video, sometime else, we'll get into why zero indexing exists. So probably in the next video, I'll show you why zero indexing exists. It's kind of like a pretty fun thing. It's pretty cool. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.